How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we work together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to keep positive energy no matter what is going on. If you are someone that wants that stillness, if you want to operate in life with ease, then this is going to be the episode for you, because we're going to talk about how you can create an experience where you feel good, where you can be in the energy that you desire. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths that help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So what we're going to do is we normally pick a word like love, happiness, joy, abundance. But this time, we're going to say a simple sentence, and the sentence is going to be, I can do this. So as you're breathing in your mind, you're going to say, I can do this over and over and over again. And as you're breathing in and as you're saying it, feel yourself fueling up with power. As that oxygen comes within your lungs, you're charging yourself up. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And out. Well, we're going to do another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear today to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So I was thinking about the topic of this episode, like what it is that I really wanted to share to help us lift our perspective. And I started thinking about a specific message, and then I realized sometimes we just need to feel good. Sometimes we just need that shift. And when we have that shift, if we pay attention to how we can do it, we can actually do it throughout our life, throughout the day, throughout the moments that you feel yourself struggling. If you know how to shift, then you are in control. So the first thing that I think is very important, just like we did at the beginning of this podcast, is understanding that you have the power to do this. You can change your frequency. You can change your perspective. You can change the way you feel. In fact, that's the mission that we're here to do. So often we get lost in the expectations of life, our job, our family, our status, our health, like all the physical stuff that we see, and we don't realize that the true experience, the true mission is just leveling up our internal state. Now, I know that's kind of a generic statement, but what I mean by that is leveling up the way we feel in this life. How you feel is your internal state. The external world does not necessarily dictate how you should feel. When you are in control of your energy, it doesn't. There are people that have exactly what you want, exactly what you think will make you happy, and they're miserable. And there are also people that are in your exact situation and they feel peace within. That's not something to judge yourself against. It's just something for you to realize that the external is not the solution. So the external difficulties that you're going through, we have to change what we think they are. And the easiest way, one of the most powerful ways to free ourselves, is realize that you, the you that you think you are, is just as much part of this physical world as the things that you're going through, which means you are even the observer of yourself. So when you see the table in front of you, when you see the cars next to you, when you see the people around you, they are the same as you, meaning they are a part of the physical experience, but you can observe them, but you can also observe yourself. When you realize that, everything that happens to you is really happening for you to observe. So when you start going through something that's difficult, you have to just understand how you can shift yourself into a higher perspective so that you're observing the pain instead of thinking that the pain is pulling you down, changing your frequency. So when we take this deep breath, I want you to think about a situation that you're struggling with. Go ahead and start getting it in your mind right now. Whatever difficult thing you have, maybe it's something at school, maybe it's something with your family, maybe it's your health, maybe it's some bad news that you received about somebody that you care about, maybe it's work, whatever it is, this difficulty that you're struggling with, maybe it's your own mind. Maybe you're just dealing with anxiety and depression. It's not something specific. I want you to see it. Truly think about it. And as we take a deep breath in, I want you to think about your true source energy as this light, this ball that's within your heart. And when you breathe in, that ball of light is going to come up above you, out of your body, and you're going to view yourself from this ball of light. And as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself as the ball of light, giving love to you, giving love to everything that it's observing. And realize that everything that you're going through, the pain, the hurt, the trauma, everything that you're dealing with, you're just meant to learn it, to understand the energy that it's putting you in. And as you start to understand it, you're in the pain, you're in the hurt, you can start injecting what it is that's needed there. If you have pain within your life and you learn how to inject love into it, inject forgiveness into it, imagine how you can uplift the world. That's why the pain and struggle that we go through is the indicator of the path that we're supposed to be on. You heal yourself, you take that self-focused mindset initially, and then you give that away to the world. That's why you're on the right path. The fact that you're struggling does not mean you're failing. The fact that you're hurting does not mean you're not where you're supposed to be. You're there. So let's take this deep breath in and be that light. Allow yourself to view yourself in third point of view, see that energy come out, observe, offer the love back, and just look at that scenario as we're holding our breath. And as you exhale, allow that energy to come back within you as the observer. Bring back some love, bring back some forgiveness, allow your shoulders to relax, allow your body to be comfortable just for a moment. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. You may be feeling lost. You may think that there's no way out from the situation that you're in. It's because you're looking externally. The way out is within. Solving your issue and building inner peace while you go through the pain, that's the mission. And I've talked about it on numerous episodes, but the way we do that is through gratitude. And gratitude is not just saying the things that we're thankful for. That's maybe the first step, but it's putting action behind it. True love is action. This world, this physical world, if you want to express energy, it's action. Whether it's the action of pushing positive thoughts through your mind, or the action of being in the world and pushing energy out physically, whatever it is, it's the thought and the action that matters. You are the perfect person to solve what it is that you're struggling with. When you do, you are part of the light. You have to start thinking of yourself as something powerful. You have to start saying to yourself, would an angel come here for an easy life? Why wouldn't you think that you're a powerful being here to solve some powerful issues? Why would you think of yourself any other way? I believe you raised your hand. You said, I'm going in I want these difficulties. I want to go where there is no light so I can learn, so I can grow and create the light within me so I can be the light where it's needed. That's a powerful person that raises their hand to do that. We decide what we think of ourselves. Many people that achieve great success, they were telling people who they were going to be before they were it. In school, they were saying it. When they got out of school, they were saying it. And they were telling everybody, but most people probably didn't listen. Most people probably didn't believe them. People told them to get the regular job or go do this and tried to put them in the shell that they live within. But that person had a vision and they were not afraid to share it. They knew who they were. They knew who they wanted to be and they created it. They had the thought, the vision, and the action to align with it. So if they get to decide who they want to be, why don't you? Why are you thinking that the difficulty that you find yourself in, the struggle that you find yourself in, is the definition of you? A hero goes where the pain is. A hero goes where they're needed. If this life is an experience, why wouldn't you pick an experience where you're needed? And unfortunately, there's no easy way to grow. It happens under tension. That's how it is. That's how it happens in the physical realm. So that must be how it happens in the energetic realm. View yourself as the champion that you are. You have this opportunity. Many people decide not to chase the calling, but you are. You're still listening right now. If this wasn't resonating with you, you would have turned it off. There's plenty of different podcasts and messages and books that will tell you what you want to hear. But you're listening right now and you're starting to believe that, you know what? Maybe all this pain isn't for nothing. Maybe I'm not a problem. Maybe I'm not making mistakes necessarily. I'm just in a situation that gives me an opportunity to provide something very powerful. Something that's extremely needed. That's where you are. You know it. Deep down, you had that vision when you took that deep breath in of your energy, viewing yourself, loving yourself, ready to uplift yourself. So let's incorporate the belief of the hero. Let's align ourselves on healing ourselves so we can give that away and be the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this was an interesting episode that hopefully was a little bit of motivation, but also a little bit of inspiration on who you truly are. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. And if you want to join the Positive Mindset Facebook community, there's a link. It's one of the top ones there. It's a Facebook group where we have come together. There's people sharing their journey. There's people adding their positive energy to it. And that's the whole point. The whole point is for us to grow together. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. And I can't wait to talk to you next time.